Right, people keep asking why won't I read it. I've just explained this 2 minutes ago. For me to be able to read this, because I'm out, I would need 2 phones. So I could be live and so I can read it. I don't understand how I'm supposed to do that when she's got 2 of my
Can I
phones
just
and
ask,
don't get
are
that.
these actual charges or the actual accusations, or did you actually get charged with anything, or are these just like accusations?
I mean, you can't really call them accusations. She got deregistered and she was still being investigated until COVID happened, and that's why she's trying to leg it up and down the country so they can't find her.
Right, yeah, she uses social
Big
media.
investigation
Angie, you was just
going
screaming for
towards her and her
proof.
kids.
You was just screaming for proof, Angie, and when the proof was being told, you went, no, don't do it.
Yep.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
but the
Why
thing
are you
is,
protecting
all
a
you
beast?
people, yeah, the
Honestly,
reason
why are you
keep
protecting a beast?
listen, can I explain, yeah? All these people in these boxes in the comments, read it, Tori, and read it, yeah? She could be criminising. Someone got arrested recently, about 2 weeks ago, for that same.
Who, Angie? Prove that. Who told you that? Who told you
don't give a
it?
fuck.
Prove
yeah?
it. Where's the proof, Angie? Where's the proof? Hearsay. It's hearsay.
Who told
That's
you it,
hearsay.
Angie? Was that Feisty that told you that? It's probably to scare you.
It wasn't
Honestly.
Feisty.
It's hearsay then, Angie. If you can't prove it to us, it's hearsay.
Of course it was Feisty that told you, because she'd be the only one that knew that someone got arrested. Come on, Ange.
You know why she got arrested for talking about court documents? Because it was in a non-molestation that she couldn't talk about it, and she talked about it, got arrested and put on bail for 3 months.
Exactly.
That's why
Come
she
on,
got
Linz.
arrested for it. Try again, Angie.
Manipulated by a fucking narcissist, the pair of you, honestly. The woman is vile, the woman's a child abuser, and I would say that with chest.
Yeah, but I don't want Torian to be reading out something she shouldn't be
I'm not going to be arrested. She's got a non-mol saying she can't talk about it.
I'm not reading it,
guys. She had a non-mol.
You cannot listen. If you're reading that court documents, there's children.
Let me do a poll. Who's ready for the cocker shit?
Yeah, and I've not identified them, Angie. I've already told you this. The police have said I'm seeing videos that posted, and I've not identified anyone. It's not a crime.
Hold on, Mazza. Linz, I honestly wouldn't lie to you and Angie, right? There is worse than what Torian has just read. But I wouldn't out it to anyone. You know what I mean? But there is people that have this and have witnessed it as well.
But wait, can I say something? Yeah, if this woman, is such this bad wronging and that, surely we should be. Wait, one second. Surely we should be bringing awareness and getting her off the app. Like,
it's tried.
Why I say that is because everyone's saying that they've got. This ain't to come at anyone, but obviously because where people are saying they've got evidence, but they can't post it and stuff. But if you don't post it, how are people meant to be made aware? Or do you get what I mean? Like, we can't just go by hearsay.
It's a hard one.
When it comes to a situation like that, anyway, that's just I just feel like if she is this wrong, I feel like the evidence should be put out there regardless, and people should be made aware. Because, like everyone likes to say, this is a kids' app. People use it, kids use it, and I feel I genuinely feel like she should be getting exposed if she is this wronging.
This is what Fax has tried to do, and I just want to clear something up here, right?
Yeah.
I want to clear this up for him, right?
Yeah.
So this narrative that he had pictures of a 15-year-old and blah, 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 right? Can I just say that girl,
I'm going to watch
Fact Freaks later, the partner of Stephen Lancaster, the pedo.
Wait,
that man, and she's known Fax for nearly 10 years. Why is she still friends with him? Right.
Who's Stephen Lancaster? Oh my god.
She's in a relationship with a pedo. He's a
Who's in a relationship with a pedo?
Feisty's mate
Ray, who is the apparent 15-year-old that Fax was apparently sharing nudes around about.
Wait, Stephen Lancaster, you lot said.
Stephen Lancaster was done for Cat A, Cat B, and Cat C images and videos of children.
Is it in the papers?
What was Feisty's relationship with this Stephen Lancaster then?
So Stephen Lancaster is
oh my god, is he from Durham?
Ray / Kirsty, that's her fella. And Feisty knew that he was convicted and a pedo, and she stayed friends with him. She also knows
is this him?
That those pictures are Ray's.
That's him.
The fucker.
That's him.
And it's lies.
That's him.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, and there is a lady on here called Lanny. She's his ex-wife. When she found out she left him, that
Wait,
can
I'm gonna read it,
confirm
you lot. Angie, are
what
you
we are
listening? Yeah,
saying.
Angie, I'm gonna read it to you. A Snapchat peddler posed as a teenager to carry out his sick, predatory fantasies. Stephen Lancaster created 6 allies on the online Photoshop sharing social media platform and carried out sexual chats with a Teesside schoolgirl. The 46-year-old messaged the girl asking, "Can I see your BOOBS?" during one encounter. A number of illegal images and videos of children were also found on the Martin man's iPhone after it was seized by police.
Can you show me if he was in contact with him though? Because I think
I mean, did you find out later on about
Deep
them?
dive, Angie. I'm gonna drop because you're pissing me off. Honestly.
off links.
Where's Maz just gone?
You have got
No, well, you know what we're trying to do is she might have been friends with him and she might not have knew what he was about.
Maureen had those messages, I think, that she brought up that she was in contact with him. Can I read them, please?
Hello.
Hello.
So the court documents that you have, I have dealings with them, and you can legally read them out if they've been brought out to public attention without you getting in trouble for it.
Okay, thank you for letting me know, Aidan. I appreciate that, mate.
No problem.
Is it true that someone's been arrested for them or not?
That is so incorrect what this man has said, and you're going to believe what he said.
I swear, I've got the time to be trolling right now.
Angie, listen, she is friends with several people that have been outed on this app. Holly, I said Holly.
Can I just speak for a second?
Hey, Courtney. Hi.
Hiya, can I just speak for a second? I've known Feisty personally since I was 14, 15.
Right.
Maybe even younger than that. I'm now hitting on 22.
Okay.
So, a good nearly 10 years. And I wasn't officially her foster child. However, I was going through the worst time in my life. I was on D. I was losing a baby at the same time.
Trigger warning. Oh my God.
So really, really bad trigger warning at this point, guys. I was losing a baby. This was all before I was 16. And I lost my granddad as well, who was raising me since I was about 3.
Sorry that happened to you, by the way. But yeah, go on.
And Feisty was calling me all these horrible names because I wouldn't sleep with her foster child.
Oh my God.
Have you got evidence of that, Courtney? You're just coming to...
Angie, come on, Angie. No, Angie, stop now. Come on.
No, I don't care. You can't come in here and make an accusation.
Angie, just wait. Let her finish. Let her finish.
You can't make an accusation like that with no evidence. Show the proof. You trolling or what?
Will you shut your mouth, you dirty, dusty bitch?
Guys, hello. Listen.
Shut your mouth. You can't come with an accusation like that with no receipts.
I'm doing showtime.
I am the receipt.
Let the girl say her truth.
I am the receipt.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Let's execute Feisty with no evidence, but what
Courtney,
you're saying
are you
now.
okay?
Yeah, I'm
exactly,
fine.
Angie. You can't.
It's been a while. I haven't said this to anyone before. Not very many people, apart from my social worker. And I've got the proof of me, losing my child. Always being there.
Angie, you got flagged. She just got flagged.
Do you know, my kids have come home, but she's friends with people who have been outed on this app for being wrong and for doing things to children. And she's invited, there's one called Holly Stanley, who's a known nonce. She invited this person to come and stay at her house where her children are. And she's got people like Frosty, and I'm on her live now. She's got Frosty, who's a wrong 'un, as her mod. And they're all laughing about. And all you need to do is go on Fact Freaks YouTube or just search her name on here and you'll see everything you need to see. Like all the stuff with Mazza. I understand Mazza went through a lot with her, but it's just not relevant.
Tori, do you mind if I just quickly say, Angie should not come back in, given that Courtney's just opened up such vulnerability. That response was disgusting.
You know, I know a lot about Aisha personally.
Thanks, Jake. Sorry, Courtney. If you want to carry on with your story.
I know Aisha. Obviously, as you know, I know Aisha personally, and I know a lot that.
Lasher.
Yes, needs to be said in awareness for other children and things like that.
Also.
But in theory, as we all know, this is a children's app.
This is sad, Mum. I'm sorry you went through that. I actually believe you. The evidence that I've even seen.
I'm not the only.
Yeah, I will be unfollowing.
316 she did this to. I am not the only person. Because she didn't let me. I was after this girl for saying something about my daughter that I lost.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in her care, and she was outside my school picking her up. So I collared the person that I was like not after, but and I said, "Why did you say it about my daughter?" And she said, "Because I can." Aisha then got her phone out, near enough recording me smashing her head off the curb.
Yeah, I'm so I can't. This is crazy.
Bearing in mind, at this point, her 2 birth children were both under the age of 10, and they was out the car watching.
Trigger one. I think, do you know what it is, guys? I think with certain situations, not everything you need evidence for. Sometimes you can just hear it in the person's voice or just see the pain in their eyes. I feel like in certain... Oh, baby A, you just got flagged, sorry. I feel like in certain situations, especially when it comes to abuse and all these things, not all situations need evidence, man, honestly.
No,
Linz, what do you think about all this now that you've kind of heard?
Out victim shaming.
And everything.
I'm going to watch Fact Freak's thingy.
Okay, fair play.
Because I can understand where Angie is coming from, because, like, and I'm not, like, downplaying whatever you said, Courtney. I'm not, like, sort of saying that it hasn't happened, you know what I mean?
The things with Aisha and me isn't on the internet. Yes, it's in like social worker papers and things like that. But from what I know, it's not on the internet.
Courtney, hun, I just jumped up one to make sure you're okay. Because these boxes.
I'm fine. You know, I've had to spend. I spent years like dealing with it myself, if that makes sense, because with me being in care and everything, you know, it's a hard time as it is, and then what Aisha was putting me through as well as what I had to deal with myself isn't okay.
Also, just know, excuse me, that most of us understand that with cases like this and a lot of historic cases and any type of abuse, especially if it's historic, we know that there's never evidence, or there's not evidence you can provide, which is why it's really hard to get to court. So don't think most of us don't understand that just because people can't come with documents and they can't come with evidence. Abuse isn't something that people stand there and say, wait a minute, let me get my phone out and record this, or, oh, let me just keep these clothes, or let me just... We know that's not reality.
You know, I know that there was feces on clothes.
Yeah.
I know that there was feces on blankets.
Yeah.
I also saw...
You lot, trigger warning, please. I'm so sorry. Like, go on, sorry.
I feel really bad for saying it.
No, speak your truth. Listen, my platform's all about speaking your truth. Like, honestly, like, it's a safe space here. Honestly, you can say whatever you feel like you want to say.
There was...
Courtney, can I just ask you a question? So did you live with Feisty for a period of time? Or?
I didn't live with her. I was practically there every single day. Like, I was there every single day after school. Up until the point where it was me and her foster son split up because I just had too much to deal with, as well as what I was dealing with when I went to hers.
I don't even know what to say. Hi, Sarah.
I'm really sorry.
Can I just quickly say something, right? I know people are rolling their eyes in the comments at this poor girl, right? With what she's just said, it is in documents. It is documented. This girl is not lying. It has not been posted anywhere because of what she has been through, yeah?
Right.
And the things that were done to her. This girl isn't lying. It's in black and white.
We know that. In all fairness, Courtney, I wouldn't worry. Most of the comments seem
Yeah,
fine.
I don't ever forward comments. Can I just say something, guys, so quickly? Like, this is more for the guys in the chat, Lynn's, like Angie and everyone like that. You see, when this whole constant need that everyone's so entitled to, when someone's saying their story or talking on something, you must have receipts, you must have that. When someone's saying directly, oh, do you think this person's that? Okay, fair enough. But when someone said, no, I've directly been affected by said person, people are very entitled, talking about they need receipts, they need that. The fact that it's even a conversation as sensitive as what it is and about kids, I feel like for your own platforms, for everyone's own like morals, like Lynn's, Angie, you shouldn't be coming. So, do you know what I mean? You need to just listen, take it in, and remove or distance yourself. This isn't, oh, someone's lost a dog, or do you know what I mean? Didn't look after a cat properly. This is like one of the most triggering conversations and like topics I've seen on TikTok, and this is why a lot of victims of abuse don't get believed, because everyone is so entitled and will show me, you'll go through your trauma and pain and show me evidence, instead of going to the opposite side and saying, no, prove your innocence to the person been accused. Because when it's an adult over a child,
that's so true.
I think it's very mad that, and you wonder why like no one gets believed, no one wants to come out. Or when you go and look at statistically the amount of victims that actually go and report these things, you wonder why it's so low.
And do you know what? It's actually true what you're saying, because like even with like my DV case and stuff, yeah, it even with some evidence and stuff, it still didn't go to court. And not that it didn't happen to me, but when it comes to DV and especially rape cases as well, trigger warning, guys, sorry, they're one of the most hardest cases to actually get a conviction on. With evidence or without evidence, it's the most hardest conviction, especially when it comes to historic situations as well. So yeah, and I honestly, Courtney, you were so strong into saying that. I apologize for Angie's response.
Honestly,
that's literally what I came up just to sort of reiterate what Paige said. Really, like I come from like an abusive background as well.
To listen. Sorry, Sammy. Yeah, Lynn's has actually stayed to listen, guys. We can't give her all the hate. She's here. She's listening.
It is like people are going on, right? Like about this, right? Which is fair enough, but like people can't say shit when they're going on about saying that they're reporting me to social services. I've got loads of fucking shit going on about my kids. So you can't say shit about me. I wasn't rude to Courtney.
Yeah, when? I don't think Lynn's was.
Lynn's, but you did know all of this about Feisty.
Oh, who's that, Mabel? I'm not talking to you because you said that.
This is not about our argument, Lynn.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Be an adult.
I can't take anything that you say.
This is not about us. This is not about us, Lynn. No, it's not. It's not. It's not about us.
Why don't you both just stop talking then?
Can we not talk?
Don't talk.
Come on.
Don't talk.
Stay on topic.
Don't talk to us.
This is about Feisty. I've exposed
after what she said about me. I'm not talking to her after what she said about me. I can't take anything.
I've done fuck all to you, Lynn. I've done nothing to you.
Docs don't like babies, you're a weirdo.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Just wait,
no, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Paige, what did you say?
Can you not, Lynn's, Mabel, can you not, listen, grow up for a sec, stop going back and forth, I don't care who's right.
Paige, I've literally said this isn't about our argument, it's about Feisty.
We're not going to do the over-talking thing I just said, and you're literally over-talking me, darling. I'm saying Courtney's in the box, this is a very sensitive topic, so just do it one at a time. Lynn's just move, if you don't want to talk, that's fine, stop going back and forth, like, you're arguing about bullshit. I'm mad triggered in it, so I feel
Lynn's is gone.
If she don't, that's fine though. If you don't want to talk to Mabel, let her drop. But like, it's not about Lynn's or Mabel. Do you get it, guys? Like, so can we just bring it back to the conversation, the topic? Because this
is exactly what I said, Paige. I've got the most evidence on Feisty.
Mabel, can I ask you a question? Because I've watched your lives and I know how much stuff you have.
Respectfully, don't do that.
Why has she still got her children if all this has gone on?
Like, I'm muting you. No, Kat. No,
I don't know. I can't answer something that I don't know. Sarah.
Okay. I know some bits. But basically, when a social worker went round to talk to her after I said something, she near enough just upped and left, changed the kids' school, and the kids stayed with someone else for a while. But every time a social worker went round, the kids wasn't there.
Right, okay. Just worrying.
I don't want to overtalk anyone, so just let me know when I'm able to.
To be fair, Mazza did say everything that Courtney just said. This is just, I can't, like, there's so much people on TikTok that are just wrong uns, man. And
do you know what?
Crazy.
Sorry to interrupt, Torian, but
no, you're right.
This is serious, and I really do need to know who the hell am I blocking? No, seriously, because am I blocking Top Girl?
No, I don't think. I think it's way too feisty. Not Top Girl. It's way too feisty.
Okay, I'm not following that person. That's it.
When's the exposure on? She's in the live, so she was in the box. So whenever she really, I don't know if she's going on her own live or she coming in. Let me message her.
Oh, this is crazy. What's been revealed? 7:30. I'm really sorry.
No, 7:30.
She was just she said she was sorting her kids out because her kids came back, I think, and then she said if she gets bananas, she's gonna jump. Obviously, she's got that backup there now as well, innit?
Okay, cool, guys. She's on her own live, guys.
She's on Andrew's Canadian Andrew's live, and they're all telling her not to do the exposure.
Courtney, is there anything else you wanted to say, hon? I'm just conscious of you being sat in the middle of these boxes.
No, it's fine, but yeah, it's just, there is a lot that people don't know about Feisty. And, the quicker people can see what she's really like, the better it's going to be. Because, while I was going through what I was going through, she was like, she was trying to do like Avon and doing like this makeup thing. And she was like, I'm going to bring Courtney up because she'll do like perfectly good makeup, this, that and the other. Knowing full well, like, I can't be on like lives and stuff because I want even like 16.
It's a sad situation. It really is.
I'm gonna jump down now because
of course. My DMs is open if you ever want to message me or anything.
Thank you.
I'll give you a follow, Courtney.
Thank you so much, guys.
No problem. All right, guys. On that note, I'm gonna go have my dinner, and I think we got an exposure coming at 7:30. So we are all gonna be there, guys. If you can also go and like and repost and share the fuck out of my video of Miss Dreadhead, that would be really, really, really. I'll be really grateful.
Yeah, did you hear what I said?
Pardon?
Did you hear what I said when I came in?
No.
She's just been in Canadian Angie's live, and they've all just been trying like convince her not to do it.
Who's been in Canadian Angie's live?
Lisa.
Oh, is it? And they told her not to do the exposure?
Apparently she's got no receipts though.
Apparently she's got no receipts.
So they're talking her out of it. She's not doing it.
Oh, God.
Well, all I can say, guys, is that if you are not sure of anybody, if your gut instinct is saying, nah, my spirit does not take to this person, if in doubt, leave them out. Don't let them in your life. Seriously. If you've got even the slightest doubt.
Yes, guys, you can. Obviously, T wants to eat our dinner, I think they say.
Yeah. No, wait, Mabel can talk. Yeah, sorry. Go on, Mabel. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just you said not to overtalk, so I was trying to respect it's your room, you know what I mean?
No, go on, girl, go on.
I've been exposing Feisty for months. I used to be a friend of Feisty's. She came to me about the Fact Freak and sent me a lot of what I believed was true, real evidence against Fact Freak. And then it all came to a head one day that someone reached out to me that was, you know, against Feisty and provided quite a lot of proof against Feisty. So I got on a call. Maz can confirm, because Maz, you know, our ex was in these calls. And I confronted Feisty on a phone call, multiple phone calls spanning over 4 hours with Maz in them about all of the things that had been said to me that Feisty had done. I've got them on record, so I do have the evidence. I would like to state that Linz and Angie absolutely did know what Feisty has done. This isn't the first time this has been exposed. Fact Freak has exposed it many times. Maz has exposed it many times. Myself, Tam and Mazza were on my live and exposed it, whilst Angie and Linz were cam tooing. So they do absolutely know that Feisty has abused our foster kids, 100%. We read out the documents, okay? The documents were read out. The names and things were blocked out, of course, but the documents were read out, some of them. So they do absolutely know what Feisty's done, and they've chosen not to listen. So I just want to confirm that 100% they did watch. Because if you go back on a long time back on Comment Cafe, they were talking about it because they were watching the live when it happened. So Feisty has, I can't say too much because I don't want to trigger anyone, but the things that she has done to the foster kids is literally stuff of nightmares, okay? As a foster child myself, as someone that grew up in foster care myself, when you get taken into foster care, you're supposed to get taken into a family that will show you a better childhood and love that you obviously weren't experiencing with your biological family, and she put the kids through torture. Okay, one of the things that were on that document was that she treated the kids like dogs, okay? Dogs.
Wow.
What Maz has said, okay, about the kids being covered in human feces, 100% true. Like I said, I've seen the documents. I would like to state that Feisty was struck off for being a foster carer. There was an investigation, okay, and then amongst the investigation and the documents of the outcome of the investigation, Feisty was struck off because of her continuous lies about the situation.
So wait, so she can't actually foster kids anymore?
No, she cannot foster kids. No.
Okay.
Mabel,
in here. I don't know if he wants to write.
Mabel, can I just ask, has she been exposed on any other app other than TikTok? Because this is ringing bells in my head and I'm freaking out.
Fact Freak has exposed her on Instagram, on Twitch, on YouTube. You know, Fact Freak has
it been anywhere else in regards to like on news or something?
What
because
about Facebook? News, yeah.
Because this
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Her face, sorry to interrupt, but her face looks very familiar, and I've only seen it over the last couple of weeks. But now you're telling me these things, I've heard this before. I've seen
it's been on Facebook.
I must have seen it.
Right, okay, it must have been there because I've seen her before.
She one of the many things that she did to the children was she kicked one of the children in the head. I've seen that. I've seen the proof. Okay, yes.
Yeah, I was there.
How old was the child?
I'm not sure, but they were young.
That's neither here or there anyway.
From what I'm aware, I don't think they're children anymore. I think they're actually adults now, but obviously that's not the point. But she's not allowed to foster anymore, and that is the reason. She's going around and saying that the reason why she isn't fostering is because a foster child injured her. Which obviously is not the fact. It's not the case. She lost her right to foster due to the abuse that she put these kids through. Now, I know a lot of people seem to be getting confused by saying her kids. From what I've seen, it was her foster kids. I don't know about her biological kids, but it was the foster kids that she did this to. He was 6 years old. The child she kicked in the head was 6.
Oh. Yeah, I know who it was.
Yeah, but we best not say Courtney, you know.
No, I'm not going to say.
And this bitch has just had the audacity to sit in this box and try to have any say.
She's got a good
baby A. She does. She's Fact Freak has been exposing her for well over a year.
In the bin. I'm not even joking yet. I feel sick to my core.
So I do have a lot of evidence on Feisty. Obviously, I can't show the social work record evidence. I'm not going to do that. But I do want to reiterate, Feisty's going around it getting a lot of sympathy from people that have been through DV, and she's claiming she's been through it herself. Due to her ex-wife. I would like to confirm that her ex-wife actually has a non-mol against her. That is also written in the social work records of how immature she is, being over the fact that her wife left her, right? She was the abusive one. She was the controlling one in the marriage, not her wife. There's a non-mol against her, which she has been arrested multiple times for breaking. She has broken her non-mol that she has against, that her wife has against her many times, and has actually been arrested many times due to breaking that. She's going around saying that Fact Freak, her ex-wife, Tam, Maza, even myself are the reason why she became homeless with her kids. No. So I do actually have proof of actually letters. She is in, we've calculated from what proof we have, over £100,000 worth of debt, okay? Because she is an addict of snow. Also, I can't say exactly what it is, TikTok. Right. I have proof of letters from the bank because she refused to pay her mortgage, okay? I had absolutely nothing to do. Her wife wasn't the one that was financially controlling it. It was the other way around. Hence why she's got a lot of debt in her name. So she refused to pay her mortgage, and the bank gave her many opportunities to set up a payment plan, to work with them, to pay her like outstanding balance, and she chose to ignore it. So I actually have the eviction notice that she was served after months of them trying to get a hold of her, and she was ignoring them. And they gave her a lot of time in advance of when she was supposed to, like, you know, leave because she was getting evicted. She's going around saying that she's homeless because she was fleeing for her safety. No. So she was due to leave in July. They told her a specific date in July. And they told her specifically that because you have kids, the council told her, wait until the day that the bailiffs turn up to evict you, and they will give you a form. You take that to us and we can give you emergency accommodation. That is what she was informed, okay?
That's how it works.
But she chose not to do that. She chose to leave 2 days before she was due to be evicted so that she could run the narrative that she was the victim. She chose to flee. Now, I do have video evidence of the state that she was living in and her children were living in. Now, all I can say is it's absolutely disgusting. Like, it makes you physically sick. Okay, you could not see the floor. The kids were living in absolute squalor, and she left the house in absolute squalor. She upped off and left with her kids on the run 2 days before she was due to. So she was going to get given an emergency accommodation, but she chose to leave because if she'd have stayed, it wouldn't have fit the victim narrative. So it had absolutely nothing to do with her ex-wife or anyone on TikTok exposing her. She was evicted due to the fact that she refused to pay her mortgage and her bills. She's also on the run from DRUGS dealers from Grimsby who are actually hunting her down because she's in a lot of debt with them too. Okay,
yeah, this is
so
crazy.
I mean, like I said, I've got all the evidence of the debt letters and things. You know, she's in debt with multiple banks, in debt with multiple people. Like I said, I think it's about £113,000 worth of debt. I do have the evidence of that. Yep. So she made herself intentionally homeless. Okay, intentionally homeless. I had absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. And I think it's absolutely disgusting that she's spinning the narrative that she was in an abusive relationship when she was not. Her ex-wife, if anyone that knows the legal system, for you to get a non-mol against someone, there needs to be solid evidence, okay? Her wife has one against her, not the other way around, all right? Her wife's the victim in this.
Wow.
But she will stoop to any level in order to make herself to be the victim, including blaming the foster kids for why she cannot be a foster kid. Be a foster kid. When in reality it was because she is addicted to DRUGS, which she takes with around her children, I may add.
Right. Wow.
I'm bubbling.
This is a lot.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
My heart feels like it's gonna pump out of my chest.
Like, this is actually a lot.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I really need to state, it's really important me for to state this. Angie and Lynn's 100% do know all of this. Okay.
She just messed up anyway.
yeah, I'm not going to lie. I've got no doubt that they know. I really don't think they get two Fs if I'm honest.
They don't. They don't.
Just don't need to stay. All she kept saying was, show the evidence, show the evidence. Like, there's enough fucking evidence, clearly.
Even Paige said that there's certain
Listen, I have shown, obviously none of you have seen it, but I have shown all this evidence on my live. I have, minus the social documents. We read them out. We didn't actually show them because if we showed them, it would have shown like addresses and names, and that's doxing. But I have shown all the evidence that I've just said you there.
It'll show my address.
Thank you, Monty.
Yes, exactly, Courtney. We're not going to do that to you, you know what I mean? But I have shown all the other evidence that I've just, all the things that I've just said, I have shown. And Angie was camping. So they have seen it, they have heard it, and they do absolutely know about it.
Right. So, why do you think they're acting like they haven't seen it?
Because they're not going to sit on a live at the time that we're in here full of thousands of people and admit that they are supporting a woman who abuses kids. Are they? They're not going to admit that. I do also want to state as well, I was in a group chat with, when I thought Fact Freak was what Feisty said he was, I was in a group chat with Feisty when I was her friends, and that Ray that was mentioned earlier, I didn't know about Ray's partner. So Feisty actually even went as far as to actually dox herself to Ray, and Ray's obviously, Ray and Feisty are friends with Ray's partner who's a peddler. Okay, now another thing that I do have in record of Feisty admitting it, like I said, I've got 4 hours worth of recordings. Feisty's actually even went as far as to get peddlers, convicted peddlers, nudes and send them around. That
What the fuck?
What?
Yes, yes. I've played all of that too.
No, man. This is
I'm
getting
on
too
follow.
far
I don't think
down
I
the
follow her
rabbit
anyway,
hole.
to be honest.
This is too far down the rabbit hole now, man. What?
Yeah.
No, man.
I've got it on record. If you want the proof, you know, I can absolutely send you it or show you.
Wait,
don't
so
ever
she
feel like I need
wanted
any
nude
proof.
to send to a convicted.
Oh no, she got nudes. She said from a friend sent her nudes.
Oh no.
Okay,
Man.
And was that the
she
nudes
got
of
the
the
nudes.
15-year-old?
And this is what
No. So she lied.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
Ray is the one that's claiming that Fact Freak hanged her when she was 15. That's a lie. I thought that was true. Given what I've been through in my past, they definitely played on that, and they sent me like screenshots and things like that I believed were true. And then when I spoke to Fact Freak, and he actually showed me the unedited screenshots, I realised that it was not in fact true. They were manipulated and faked to set up Fact Freak. So again, I will iterate, Fact Freak is an innocent man. He did not do anything that Feisty is saying that he did. Absolutely not. So that's the lengths that they go to, that Feisty goes to when someone tries to expose her, okay? Because she went to the lengths of mocking my essay as a child, out in parts of my essay that never spoken about on live, that had then forced me to actually have to come out and explain. She even went to the extent of lying about an unaliving attempt, okay? And I have the evidence. A couple of my friends received a message from one of her friends saying that she tried to unalive herself and she got taken into the ICU, okay? And then I have evidence where she messaged someone and said that she had to change her own fluid bag. Turns out that was a lie, because I called her bluff and did a welfare check on her, because I'm not about that. If someone's going to unalive themselves, I'm going to make sure they're okay, do you know what I mean, despite who they are. And she told the police not to actually give me any update. So it turns out it was actually confirmed, because Maz was actually in the house at the time, that the police did turn up for the welfare check, but she actually wasn't in the hospital with her unaliving attempt. She was actually in her house. Okay.
What the hell?
Oh my
yes.
God,
She will go
that's
to
crazy.
any extent to excuse, explain, or deflect on anything that she has done.
No, man.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
that's disgusting. I
dangerous.
believe you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
I don't think I even need to see evidence.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Listen, this is something that it's humorous when you've been dealing with her for months. But Stephen Loveday, you know, the convicted peddler, she went as far as to turn up to his house and rummage through his bins. Okay, that's not the worst of it. She kept the ring light that she found in the bin. Okay, and then she boasted about rummaging.
Do that type of thing. Psychopaths.
But she boasted about rummaging through the bin, and even boasted that she could still smell his wife's used sanitary products on her hands.
Oh God!
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Yep. This woman will go. She even pretended, she made up a fake account and pretended, even when it was outed that Stephen Loveday was a convicted pedophile, she went to the extreme of making a fake account and pretending to be his friend in order to get close to him. And she claimed it was due to get evidence. But to me, no. Like, he was already exposed for what he was. That was the end of it. You know, pretending to be his friend after finding out that he was a pedophile. It just doesn't sit right with me. Honestly, there's so much about Feisty that
God.
And I just
would shock you to your core.
Mabel, this is,
Yeah.
can I just say to people, this is why I don't like this woman in my vicinity. This is why when I see her on a live, I call her out every time I see her.
Oh yeah, she's also friends. Have you heard about the no contact coach, Tori?
Yeah, that's that woman that slept with her
Can you
friend's
big screen
son,
me? Because
right?
I'll happily show this right now.
One sec.
Oh my God! There's not
Someone
more.
just said
Mabel,
that
how is
she's
there
trying to get in
more?
contact with your family.
Oh, she did, yeah. So a backstory on myself. So I was abused as a child. I have no contact with any of my family whatsoever.
Okay.
Obviously, for that reason. And she boasted in Angie's live, okay, and Angie went along with it, that she was going to contact my birth family.
What?
What?
Who are actually pedophiles. Yeah.
Wow.
It's okay.
For God's sake!
I can't.
My heart can't take this. This is madness. Like, whoa.
That's disgusting.
I want to see if this will work.
For women to actually be.
That's the convicted pedophile. That's the convicted pedophile. No contact code. Lucy Hawkey. Look at Feisty's comment.
Your content is helping me through the work.
Worst
Yuck.
times of what?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
So
This is unbelievable.
Listen, I know people in the comments are telling me to tell them what Angie said about me and about my trauma. I'm not going to. This isn't about Angie. This is about Feisty. I don't want to make it all about me. It's absolutely fine. It is what it is.
Which Angie's had her in a box?
Oh, yes. Yes, 100%. Yes.
what happened? What did Angie say about you?
No, someone said she's been in Angie's box. Which Angie?
Yeah, that's disgusting. Feisty. If
I'm not going to discuss the whole what Angie's done to me because this isn't about me.
I feel like with Mabel, we may need another day for that because what you've just told me
I'm not going to. I don't want to mention it because this isn't about me. This is about.
She doesn't have to.
Feisty.
What I'm saying is, it's a case of what you've just told everyone that didn't know.
Yeah, Stacey, that is true. Listen, as much as I've got a lot of respect for Mazza coming out with the evidence against Feisty, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Mazza did threaten her child. She did. It was on a recording. Yeah, fact freak out did that. I can't just bury my head in the sand and pick and choose what I say, you know.
Yeah. No, you can't threaten kids, guys. Kids are innocent in these situations.
I'll tell you the reason why. So that's why I'm just trying to state, you know, everything that you're hearing about Feisty is 100% fact. There is proof to back up what everyone is saying, and Angie and Lynn's 100% do know what Feisty has done, because before I even had beef with Angie, I was already exposing Feisty. Do you know what I'm saying? She was cam-2ing. You know, Tam's exposed it, Fact Freak's exposed it, I've exposed it, Minx has exposed it, Maz has exposed it, Mazza's exposed it, you know, just to name a few.
I believe you, man. I actually believe you. I'm so sorry, Courtney, as well. You went through that. She's disgusting. She should be off the app.
Whoa! I'm reading some stuff in here, man. Is that true about what Angie's been saying?
About what?
About you.
Oh, about my brain tumour?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not about me. This is about Feisty.
Okay, now I've linked two together. I've heard that already. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Wait, what? Wait, let me. And Angie said she.
No, brother. No, mate.
Guys, this isn't about me. This is about
Yeah,
Feisty.
guys, respect. I think we should
It's
respect
all
what
good.
Mabel's saying. Yeah, no, that Mabel, I'm gonna message you anyway. Yeah, I'm actually shocked about all of this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really, really shocked about all of this.
You've really got
my heart aches for all the people
Torian, I
involved
told you
in
about
man.
this. About what?
It's not even about a told you so situation. What you've got to think of, like, I've had my things about the reasons why I won't talk to people that she's around that have had these sort of things been said about them. You've just got these people, you just need to be careful of who you're letting in, because
and who like what information you give them.
Yeah.
I just want to also state that they did. Angie has a track record of defending peddlers, okay, and people that abuse kids, because if anyone remembers that Australian Ashley that got exposed for being a peddler, Angie had her in a box and enabled and defended her. All right, the screen recordings everywhere. It's
crazy.
A messed up place. But in regards to Feisty, she just, I know you said earlier, Torian, that like why we need to get her off the app. We've been trying to. Fax has been exposing her for well over a year. All right. I've been exposing her. Tam's been exposing her for a long time. Maza, now Maz, her ex. And that's just to name a few people. There's a lot more people that have been trying to expose Feisty and trying to get her off the app. She just comes with any excuse, any sob story that she can condone or excuse. And unfortunately, she has Angie that backs her up and Lynn's that backs her up, because they do 100% know exactly what Feisty has done. Because Fact Freak has been in Angie's box and told Angie what Feisty's done. So Angie and Lynn's are well aware of what Feisty's done, okay? They do know. Yeah. And Feisty is cozied up with Pineapple now. Miss Pineapple, the one that robbed thousands of pounds off of sick children.
Yeah, I heard about something like that.
Yeah.
Was it 10 grand?
I think it was about 5 grand. I could be wrong. Okay. 5 grand, I think it was. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's Feisty's new bestie. It's the only thing that Fax has tried to do all he can. Right. Every few weeks he'll do another video to reiterate what she's done in order to any new people for them to know. But in regards to everyone's done all that they can, we can't make everyone believe us. Fax has tried for so long, so has Tam, so has Maza, so now Maz, so have myself. It's like you're beating a dead drum.
It's
what I mean?
But nothing's happening.
But I just want to reiterate, that's why I came in and I apologise for having a bit of back and forth with Lynn's, but I was just trying to say to her, this wasn't about me and Angie or me and Lynn's, this was about Feisty. I can be an adult and sit in a box with Lynn's despite what's happened in order to, she's claiming she doesn't know anything about Feisty. I know she does, but I'll follow her little game and I'll tell her and I'll show her proof about Feisty, but she jumped out the box. Now, to me, that just shows you more about her than it does me. You're claiming you don't know anything. You're going to get provided evidence and you refuse to look.
I'm sorry for shouting when you first came in the box when you and Lynn's were thingy. I'm really sorry for shouting at you.
No, I understand why you did. It's really hard for me right now. I'm talking as quiet as I possibly can. This isn't my normal tone. I normally speak a lot louder than this, not because I'm shouting, but just because I'm loud. But I'm trying to speak quietly.
Talk how you normally talk loud, babe.
What did you say, bitch?
Oh my God. I said talk how you normally talk. You don't have to quieten yourself
down.
Have you heard how I speak on Paige? I hope you didn't think that I was.
No, listen, I was more
trying to disrespect you by over talking you. I was just trying to say, even though I was shouting at Lynn's, what I was shouting at her was, this isn't about us. This is about Feisty.
No, I know. I came across sorry as well. It was more like I was trying to I was more trying to shout at Linz of anything because I was just trying to be like, listen to what she's saying. It's not about you not liking her, like Lynn's not liking you. Do you get it? She should have just listened. But to have your back, though, I will be honest. When one of the first times I met Ange, I remember something on her live about an exposure on Feisty, and obviously Ange was backing it, but I didn't know what it was directly about. And Lynn's and that, they all were in the box, so it obviously has been spoken about on Ange's platform before. So I know that she probably does know what she's like or what she's done. Do you know what I mean?
So I've got a lot more where this comes from, right? But this is the eviction letter where it was stated she'd be evicted by the 4th of July, on the 4th of July. She left on the 2nd of July. What I told you about was she got told that if she stayed there when they turned up to evict her, they would give her something and she would go and the council could rehome her because she has kids. But she chose to leave 2 days early. And when I say she left that house in absolute disarray, that is underplaying it. Like, it was absolutely disgusting. It looked like a CRACK den. Okay.
Yeah, talking about feces and blankets.
Her children were living in that. She did not want, you know what I mean? So no one made her homeless other than herself, because she made herself homeless and her kids homeless by not paying sorry, I've lost the word, my head's a mess, the mortgage, even though she was given many options, many alternative ways to sort it. She just refused to. They tried to call her, they tried to turn up at the door, she was not responding to them. I've got all the evidence, okay? And then, so she made herself homeless by that standard, but also the fact that she packed up and ran away with her kids 2 days before they were due to evict her, when they told her they could give her a place. But she's obviously running with the narrative. At first she was running with the narrative. She even set up a GoFundMe for £115,000 for people on TikTok to pay a mortgage. Yes. Okay. She started saying that it was her wife that left her in the ship with the mortgage. It wasn't, it was her. Then she changed it to it was Fact Freak that made her homeless due to his exposures. Obviously that's not true. Then she said it was Tam, that wasn't true. Then she said it was me and Mazza and everyone else that's exposed her, that wasn't true. It was her, it's her own fault.
How long ago was this, sorry?
In the comments know all this already. This is
she was due to be evicted the 4th of July 2023.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll just chat to Courtney and then I'll drop.
She's in.
Whoa.
Wow. Victoria.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I was just finishing my
just
plate
quickly,
down.
yeah. I was just in Canadian Andrew's live and I jumped in the box because I don't know. I felt like there was a narrative being spun, so I wanted to quickly squash it. But
What happened?
is her name Lisa? I'm so bad with names.
Yeah.
Lisa, yeah.
She obviously they knew stuff we didn't know because people was like,
Where is she? I ran her up her account and she's gone missing.
Listen. So she was in there, right, in the live, in Canadian Angie's live, yeah? And there was a guy called Exposed and he was kind of being like, people are pushing hard to do an exposure for their own entertainment. So I thought, let me just jump up to make sure like it's not that kind of thing just because we don't like cockapoo. But apparently it's a lot more deep than we realised and knew. And the reason she can't go live is because she's actually got a court case about cockapoo tomorrow or Tuesday.
Who is?
Listen, guys. This Lisa woman who's doing the exposure is very deep. We didn't realise, obviously, because it was obviously like lolling and stuff. I just thought it was like courting, but it's to do with her children and cockapoo. And
Has Alison messaged you too?
And hold on, darling. I need to finish because I'm literally going to. I can't even talk no more. My voice is so bad. It's apparently cockapoo has some connections or works within some form of social services. And it's to do with
Cockapoo does after the way she goes on the app.
And apparently, I don't know in it. Like this is not 100%, but basically, they were saying it. Yeah, and it's something to do with Lisa's kids though. So she needs to go and do the court case and stuff before she obviously comes on lives and then ruins any kind of evidence.
Oh yeah, she better not talk then.
But we already knew from yesterday when she posted the thing that it was about her kids because that's already been blasted all over.
Oh, see, I didn't even know. I just saw on there. I saw on the post. She was like, "I've had enough, no more. You're not going to ruin my life and speak on my name," type thing.
Yeah, and then in her own story, she's copied her screenshots of her own comments about, and it states in there that how Cockapoo has treated her kids, or she said it's not about me, but it is about my kids, and etc. etc. So from last night, I already knew it was about kids, but if she's got a court appearance in regards to it, then that wasn't mentioned.
Guys, I'm really sorry for interrupting you, but I don't really know what's going on with Cockapoo, so I'm going to leave because that's nothing to do with me. But thank you for hearing me.
Thank you, Mabel, for coming in and speaking up. Honestly, thank you so much.
I just got a message through. Oh my god.
So I think so basically we don't know we don't know what the truth is, we don't know how deep it is, we don't know if it's even Cockapoo with this woman. Do you get it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Does she actually know for sure that it's
that's
Cockapoo?
what I'm trying to say. I don't know if she 100% knows, or I don't know if she knows Cockapoo, or she just thinks the woman. I don't know, innit? Maybe the voice. I don't actually know, but I just feel like
She's saying
that was the reason they were saying to not they weren't saying it to like, oh, be quiet, silence her, we love Cockapoo. They were just because she's basically pointed out that she's got a pending court case on Tuesday, like this Tuesday coming. So they were like, it would be silly to do it now when you're so close, type thing.
Hey guys, I was in that live. She said that as soon as she heard her voice, she linked it up with previous bits and pieces that was going on. Because apparently if she exposes her name, you can literally Google her and you can find out all this stuff about her. So she put 2 and 2 together and found out it was her. Apparently as soon as Cockapoo found out it was this girl, she blocked her instantly. She was saying about how triggered she is by Cockapoo's like voice and stuff. She did like say that she was high up in something. She wouldn't say what, but she was high up in something. But the reason why she's going to court about it because she no longer works there. So this pending.
Is it her voice that has got her thinking that the woman in question?
So apparently Cockapoo's in MT's live saying that it's not her that they're talking about.
Yeah, I will say one thing. I will say one thing. Someone sent me a video saying, "Oh my god."